As most of you know, I document my life as I travel across the United States in my van. And if you've been following me for a while now, you would know that I'm a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious. And since it's spooky season right now, I figured I'd tell you guys a little story about the time that I was driving through Georgia and I met up with my friend Jake the Viking, who's a fellow YouTuber that specializes in ghost hunting. And together, we decided to do an overnight paranormal investigation inside of an old, abandoned prison for the criminally insane. We are 30 seconds into the game and I'm freaking out, dude. I'm freaking out. I don't know if I want to do this. Now, this whole thing was sort of done on a whim, so we didn't really have any plan going into this. But we were granted access to this building by the owner, and we figured, you know what? We both like spooky stuff, so why don't we go stay the night here for a video and document it and see if we experience anything crazy. And sure enough, we certainly did. I was actually already in Georgia when Jake hit me up for this video collab, so I was actually the first person to show up to the prison. And when I got there and saw how spooky this place looked, I got excited and was overwhelmed with adrenaline and immediately started filming, because even from the outside during the day, I could feel the haunting presence that this place holds. So I got my camera and started walking around the campus, getting as many B-roll shots as I could. But after a few minutes of running around, getting all these cool shots, the adrenaline that I was hit with when I first showed up to this place started to wear off, and I eventually came back to reality and started to realize that I was walking around this prison that housed the criminally insane. And I was doing it alone. Or was I? Because that's when this happened. Oh, that door just slammed. Freak! At the time, I told myself that this was just the wind blowing the door shut, and that may or may not have been the case. But to be honest, I didn't really want to investigate, because in this moment, I was at max spooked. I didn't know if it was something paranormal or if it was a homeless person living there and they were trying to let me know to get out of their space. But either way, I was scared, and just like any other normal person would do, I left. And I went outside and waited by the van for everyone else to show up. Plus, the sun was going down quickly and I didn't want to be in there alone in the dark. And it was almost time to meet the owner of the building, because he was supposed to give us a little tour of it before we do our little investigation. But before we get to the rest of the video, I need to let you guys know that I'm hosting a group trip to Canada in 2023, and you guys are invited to come with me. And on this group trip, we'll be hiking and camping, exploring 3 different national parks, trekking across a glacier, rafting down a river, hanging out by a cozy campfire, telling ghost stories. And on top of that, you'll get the opportunity to see my van in person and even get the opportunity to play on my gaming setup in the middle of a national forest like this. But don't worry, you don't have to live in a van to come on this adventure with me. Anyone is allowed to come, and most people will actually be flying in. So if this sounds like an adventure that you want to be a part of, you can tap the link in the description of this video and hurry up, because there's only 22 tickets available and people are already buying tickets. It's crazy. So tap the link right now and hopefully I will see you guys in Canada. But now, let's take a tour of this abandoned prison. Dude, you look so ridiculous, but kind of cool at the same time. It looks very futuristic. All right, we're in.
So this place was, they started construction in 1836. Cue creepy music. Oh my God. So this is the Rivers Men's Criminally Insane Asylum, which was the hub of the, essentially the most insane of the insane on the entire campus, which is 16,000 acres.
16,000 acres.
16,000 acres. This was a city in itself.
Oh my God.
It had its own farms, had its own power plants.
Oh.
That's music. What the freak?
It's not me.
What?
I'll just say I'm on Bluetooth.
I'm not playing music.
Let's investigate.
That's how you start a video out. Yeah.
You guys have any guns on you?
Yes.
Okay. Grab your gun. I forgot mine in my Airbnb.
Oh, it's already starting off strong.
This is already
Oh gosh.
tier, like high tier everything going. Please don't fall.
So right now we're going into the solitary confinement wing. So this is when the inmates were on their worst behavior, they'd be sent to this wing. And this is the picture. I'm sure you can throw it into your video. But where that picture was taken was down here when one of our team members was alone.
Where is that person standing?
About halfway down this hallway.
He's looking back this way?
Yeah, so he might be, I think the figure was like in this doorway right here and he was past there. And yeah, he was alone down here doing a little cleanup and he felt this terrifying chill run up his spine and he turned around with his headlamp on, he took a picture and then I think went out this back door over here.
What's up?
Water. Why is there water?
Someone taking a bath?
It doesn't sound like water, it sounds like talking.
Whoa. That's new. There's water still in these pipes.
Whoa, that's a straight up pool in there. Let me cross, sorry.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Well, if you wanted to know why your water bill was going up, I think we found the cause. We got a bit of a leak down here, don't you know?
Getting to know a bit of the dark history about this prison didn't really help ease our minds about the fact that we were about to stay here overnight, searching for potential ghosts. Keep in mind, this is a place that housed hundreds of criminally insane people. People that may have lived their entire lives locked in these cells only to meet death at the end of their sentence. So if any place were to be haunted, it would definitely be this prison. And while I love spooky stuff, I'm actually not really a believer of ghosts or lingering spirits. However, Jake is, and he came equipped with a bunch of paranormal investigation equipment ready to find out if there are any lingering spirits walking the halls of this building. So after the owner of the building left, we made our way up to the solitary confinement wing of the prison, and we started our investigation. First, we set up something called a REM pod, which is a device that detects ambient temperature changes in a room. And according to paranormal experts, paranormal activity actually affects and changes energy and ambient temperatures in the room. And when this device detects that, it sets off an alarm, and it allows us to document it.
If spirit gets close to it, set out some devices, little cat balls at both doors. All you need to do is come close to them and give a little nudge and the light just let us know you're here. Is there anybody here with us tonight? If there is, could you give us a sign by knocking, tapping?
Dude. So what is going on there? You don't know what's happening?
I don't know that light or that sound.
What is supposed to happen?
I just know that when you get close to it, it makes the different tones. That's something completely else.
Dude, I'm literally shaking
Whoever is
right now.
near the red light, could you move the cat ball next to it? The little clear ball just beside it.
So as you can tell, right off the bat, the REM pod is going absolutely haywire, which creeped me out a lot at first. But to be honest, looking back on it, this is an old building, and a lot of these windows are shattered and broken, and gusts of wind are coming and going, so of course there's gonna be ambient temperature changes in this building. But what really sent chills down my spine is when Jake decided to pull out the spirit box, which is a device that quickly scans radio channels and allows spirits or ghosts to communicate through it by altering energy to create words and phrases out of the radio stations. And if there's a spirit present in the room when you ask it questions, you could get a reply from the spirit box that sounds a little something like this. And Jake used it with hopes that we could get some sort of explanation as to why the REM pod was going so haywire. However, this did not go as planned.
That hit a high note. Who's here with us right now? Who keeps playing with our red light?
I'm done, dude. I'm out. That was too much for me. Like that.
That was literally like something from a horror movie. That's like, okay, the main character and all his friends needs to leave immediately. What the freak, dude?
That like completely quit scanning the radio waves. Completely just went to some weird just feedback. This has been nonstop going off. Like I don't even know right now. Well, I have my title for my video. My scariest night ever, because I don't know what's going on now.
Dude, that sound was the scariest.
That was, I agree with you there. I was actually kind of terrified with that noise.
It was like pure chaos.
Yeah.
Was happening.
And it was going an octave lower each time. And you know the best part is? This was off.
I don't know what that means because I don't know what that device does.
This is the spirit box. This is just a Bluetooth speaker.
You gotta be kidding me.
This was off.
You gotta be kidding me. Don't even say that. You're lying right now. There's no freaking way.
I was pressing, look.
Now, Jake claims that out of the years of working with this device, he's never had it react like that before, which is absolutely terrifying to me because that was honestly the most demonic sounding thing I have ever heard in my entire life. And in that moment, I just didn't know how to react. I've never felt fear like that before. And when the sound started bouncing off the walls and echoing down the hallway, the space and energy around me started to just feel dark. And I don't really know how to explain this, but the sound that was coming from the spirit box, whatever it was, if it were an entity or whatever, it almost sounded like it was trying to summon something. The noise it was making just felt cursed. And after that moment, I just felt incredibly uneasy, and it was really hard to get through the rest of the night. But we decided to keep going, and we ended up leaving a camera behind, pointing down a hallway to record while we went off and investigated another wing of the prison with hopes that this camera might capture something on video and we would be able to see it when we get back. And later in the night, when we decided to come back to the camera and watch the footage back a little bit to see if we had captured anything on video, as we were watching the footage, something crazy happened, and to this day, I can't quite explain it. But like most paranormal encounters, because I was using my camera to watch the footage back that we had just recorded down the hallway, I unfortunately was not rolling when this happened. So I'm hoping that people can just trust me on this one. But as we were watching this hallway footage back that we had just recorded, we were standing inside the prison in between two hallways. And we were scrubbing through the footage, waiting for something to happen, and then all of a sudden, we hear some movement behind us. So we quickly turn around and we flash our flashlights down the hallway directed towards the noise that we had just heard. And then all of a sudden, we hear someone down this deep, dark hallway coughing.
Hello? No, that was a cough. Hello?
I heard a cough. That was a human coughing. Now, our immediate reaction was that this was a squatter living here. And we were afraid for our safety because earlier in the day when we were getting a tour of the building by the owner, he mentioned that they have an issue with a lot of crime in the area, and a lot of those criminals come to this place and post up overnight. So this very well could have been a real person at the end of this hallway. But what really made this experience feel more paranormal than anything was when we realized that the hallway that we were looking down, the hallway we had just heard someone coughing down, was actually the medical wing of the prison.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Like you said, We are in the section of this place where people would come if they're sick. And we just heard someone cough. Like, that is terrifying. Assuming that there's not really a person on this hallway. We haven't been down the whole hallway. But
My thing is, I'm just gonna say this. I don't think there's a person here because we haven't heard anything. People aren't that quiet. Especially somewhere here where there's so much stuff that moves when you walk.
Right.
Like, I mean, you listen to us walking down the hallway, you hear the and all that shit. We just heard coughing, what sounded like someone walking up, and then that was it. So either someone's standing somewhere super fucking still and hasn't moved, or I'm just pissed nobody was recording. That's like damn.
right, that would have been like incredible footage.
We finally built up the courage to walk down the hallway and investigate a little bit. And oddly enough, I was actually still hoping we would find a homeless person in one of these dark rooms, because that's easier for my brain to rationalize than something paranormal. But after looking down every hallway and looking through every room, we found no one. Nothing. We continued to explore this prison for the rest of the night, hoping that we would find something to explain everything that just happened to us. But the building seemed to get incredibly quiet, and all of the activity that we were just experiencing just seemed to abruptly stop. Nothing was interacting with our paranormal tools. We weren't hearing anything, we weren't seeing anything, we weren't feeling anything. So we decided to pack it up for the night. However, this was not the end of our time at the Insane Asylum. After some rest, Jake and I decided to take this ghost hunting adventure to the next level.
When the needle speaks, taking you from me, I can hear the, feel you hit the wall. So when you're pushing past, underneath your stare, I can feel it all. You are my foot.
Alright, so here we are in an abandoned Insane Asylum. I've got my game set up right here, about to play Phasmophobia. And way down over yonder, we've got Jake the Viking setting up his gaming setup.
Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, please let me know by liking, commenting, subscribing, and turning on all notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. Shout out to Jake the Viking for inviting me on this adventure. It was such a blast, man. I really appreciate you. Everyone go check out his channel if you don't know who he is already. He's such a great guy and he makes great content. But with that being said, I hope you guys are excited for episode 2 of this series, where we play a horror game inside of this abandoned prison together. Don't miss out on it. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you next time.
Hey, I heard you. I can hear you in game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? You can't hear me. I just figured.
Sorry. No, I can hear you. I thought I heard something in the hallways of where I'm at. But I guess maybe that was you that I heard. What?
When?
Like a second ago.
What? I was talking.
Yeah, I know you were talking,
You hear
Jake, but I
talking?
thought I heard something else.
Oh.